Hello, I'm Julia Bradsher, and welcome to Take 5 with GFPI. In today's episode, I'm speaking with GFPI board member Dr. David Acheson, the Managing Director of Food and Import Safety Practice at Leavitt Partners. In his role, Dr. Acheson helps clients enter new markets, enhance the value of their products, and improve health conditions around the world. Previously, he served as the Associate Commissioner of Foods at the Food and Drug Administration. He joins us today to talk about international issues in food safety. David, welcome.
Thank you. Great pleasure to be with you.
Well, I'd like to start by asking you, what are the top opportunities and challenges in food protection internationally?
Oh, do we have 2 hours? I guess not. The main concern is the expanding global food supply and having some sense of control over it. Wherever you are on the planet, you're relying on more ingredients coming from more countries with more complexity in an environment of cost constraint, risk reduction, and how do you manage all of that focus, not just on safety, but on quality?
Okay. And what role does the Food Safety Modernization Act play in international food protection?
Well, it plays no role in international food protection. It plays a big role in protecting the American consumer. It is a domestic set of new rules that are going to come out. It's going to put a lot of burden on importers, basically to make them accountable for the goods that they're going to import into the United States, food products under the FTA umbrella.
Okay. And what is an emerging trend that you've noticed when it comes to international food safety?
You know, I think we sourced heavily from Asia. We're going to continue to do that. An emerging trend I'm seeing is growing concern around understanding that overseas supply chain. You are sourcing from China or some other country that typically operates in a different way that we do. Many small farmers working up through cooperatives. How do you control what's going on at that farm level? It is a real challenge, not just to control it, but to know who's actually sourcing the ingredients or the products that you're going to be using.
Okay. And one last question. Do you think that the Eat Local movement will reverse the globalization of our food supply? And what are the safety implications for either case?
The short answer is no. The Eat Local movement is laudable, it's important, many people love it. Personally, I don't think it has got the capacity to feed an expanding domestic U.S. population. It's got attributes, but it's got limitations. In terms of safety, it doesn't matter whether you're sourcing from your own lettuce patch or from a product that's grown in Mexico or China. Safety is critical. You have got to pay attention to what's going on there. So I think the notion that the local is safer from a microbiological perspective, I don't think is always necessarily accurate. I think where it does make a difference is that if you know around drug use, pesticides, heavy metals in the soil and the earth, then local can make a difference, where there's certain parts of the world where that is clearly a greater problem than it is locally in the United States.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your insight, David.
Great pleasure. Good questions. Thank you.
And that's it for this episode of Take 5 with GFPI.